I made my bed and found a half-eaten stick of butter in it. When I asked my child if she put anything in mommy's bed, she said, I did not put butter in it. The mystery continues. More at 11. Well, you know, she did specify she didn't put butter in it. Maybe there's other objects in there that she was responsible for, like, I don't know, grass and needles. Anything to get your mind away from your child being the one who ate the half stick of butter and put it in your bed for safekeeping for later. Or for later snackage. I thought women had their periods forever. When my first period stopped, I assumed the neighbor's dog impregnated me when I pet him. For a month, I believed myself to be carrying a half-human, half-dog baby. This story is brought to you by Ontario Catholic School Sex Ed in the 90s. It's gonna be a terrifying, terrifying month-long existence. Just writing mail to science institutions being like, you guys aren't gonna believe what happened, but this needs to be like put in a lab somewhere for 30 days. Just that panic and confusion. Table 83 for 4 guests. Kids mac and cheese. Make it more orange in color if possible. I don't know, dude, just kill me. We like orange mac and cheese here, what can I say? If you can't get us orange mac and cheese, then don't get us anything at all. While the world is fighting over TP, my toddler's giving ours a bath. Oh no! Oh, ruined 4. That's why you get a bidet. If there was any convincing argument for a bidet, you know, granted you would still need to like dry, so I guess there's that, but you know, it wouldn't hurt nearly as much. Unless you have one of those drying bidets. I don't know if there's one of those or not. Mine's basic as hell. I just remembered that when I got my first dog, I was 7 and he was 1. 7 in dog years. And I cried when he turned 2 because I didn't think a 14-year-old dog would want to hang out with me. Nah, man, dogs don't operate like people, dude. That dog could be 60 in dog years and he would still want to hang. So it's all good. There was a massive unflushed jobby in the toilet. So is that poop? Are we calling poop jobby? I asked my boys who did it and my 10-year-old son said it was him. My 5-year-old son is crying because he says it was him and his big brother is taking the credit. The credit? Now they're fighting over who took a big Have a great week, everyone. Imagine the video ended there. And we don't post for a week to have a great week, everyone really matter. I mean, look at my upload schedule on my channel. I haven't uploaded in what? Months? It's okay though. If you use code Damien in the MK shop, maybe you'll get an upload as a present. This is now a bargain. This is a trade offer. Keep your toddler busy by letting them paint the fence with water. We don't do phones here or tablets. We're not gonna have a iPad babysitter. Nah. Go paint the fence with water. That's so funny. And they're gonna do it because they're like, I like tasks. I hate playing make-believe with little kids. You shoot them with a laser and they're like, actually, I went back in time, so it doesn't count. What the f are you talking about? You just casually rip open a hole in the space-time continuum? That's irresponsible as shit, pal. Yeah, that's why I just go, no. When I was a kid, if they were like, no, I have a force field, I would be like, no, nuh-uh. That doesn't count. And it was just it was a back and forth of what didn't count when we're playing pretend. Just a tug of war with no one pulling the rope. I just want everyone to know that my 2-year-old insisted on being pants for Halloween. It's a perfectly acceptable costume. I see nothing wrong with that. And what are you supposed to be? Paints. Oh, yeah, I see that. They're a pair of paints. I had to walk behind my teenager during a Zoom class in order to go to the bathroom, and now his peers know that he has parents that he lives with. He's obviously very upset. Please send him your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. Dude, Zoom classes are a trip because, like, it was such a change in what people were used to that normal things at home were suddenly the most embarrassing thing ever. That's funny. My 11-year-old nephew gets a 69 hit combo in the shooter we're playing. Nephew, hey, 69, nice. Me, ... Nephew explaining to me like I'm an idiot. Oh, the number 69 is a meme and nobody knows why. You're right, no one knows. That's so innocent, I love that. I love that what is it, Generation Alpha? 69, nice. Wait, why is that? Why is it nice? Oh, no one knows. It's just what you say. Like when you say skibbity toilet, no one knows what the hell that is. You just describe something as being skibbity. I always told people I met Michael Jackson, but now that I found the picture, man. Who the hell was this? I don't know, dude. You telling me that's not Michael? I mean, could have fooled me. The child ripped up their allowance because he wasn't happy with the amount. His mom walked out of her room and saw this. What would you do if this was your child's behavior? Keep it and give him a piece of it anytime he asks for money. That's my mom would have done something like that. That's smart. I like that. Wait, it's not just $5. There's a 20 in there. If you're a kid, why is $25 not enough money for you? How old is this kid? 10 years old. $25. It's not even nearly gonna be enough. Dude, when I was a kid, me and my brother would go to like the Dollar General that was nearby with $20 and we would leave loaded. Like, you just make it work. Bedtime was half an hour ago. My 6-year-old just walked out, bleary-eyed, and asked his father if a duck is a predator. If you're a piece of bread, absolutely. You are the only thing on the duck's food chain, actually. Some things are too important to go to bed without knowing. It's true. Maybe your kid is, scared about turning into a piece of bread. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Dad, I'm scared of becoming a piece of bread because a duck will eat me. Go to bed, son. Crawls into bed, his bed's conveniently shaped like a bread basket. A little kid came up to the ice cream truck today holding a $5 bill in one hand and a cool leaf in the other. She asked for a bomb pop and I said, okay, that'll be one leaf, please. And she said no and handed me the $5. Smart marketing. Simple facts I'm terrified of my toddler discovering. Public parks don't randomly close. TVs don't run out of batteries. There is no actual world record for fastest at putting away toys. Chicken the animal and chicken the food are one and the same. Got any to add? I don't know. That there is no such thing as McDonald's at home, probably. Whenever I get discouraged and want to quit something, I remember the words of my then 3-year-old after she puked carrots all over the living room floor. I'm gonna need more carrots. That's what it's all about. That's determination. We like that. That's tickling me. That's funny. That's the meaning of life. When you puke up life, when you puke up the carrots from life, you wipe your mouth and you say, I'm gonna need more carrots. You know, on that subject though, that is pretty funny. It kind of reminds me of how Brie is with frozen grapes. She got a stomach issue or something from frozen grapes, right? And she was like, I don't know why my stomach hurts. All I've had is frozen grapes. And then one Google search later and I'm like, oh hun, eating too many grapes makes your stomach hurt. And she looked at me like I told her the president just got shot. She was like, that sucks. I'm gonna have another bag of frozen grapes. So, you know, when life tells you you can't, you just keep on. I think that's the message. 9-year-old nephew, hey, smell this. You licked a puss. Me, mutes TV. What? 9-year-old nephew, it's so good. Smell it. You licked a puss. Me, ... 9-year-old nephew hands me a candle jar. It's pronounced eucalyptus. Well, the kid didn't know. He was met with a strange string of, vowels and consonants and did his absolute best. All right? He didn't know. When I was 10, I told my mostly white class that I was Japanese, and a little white girl raised her hand and said, you can't say Japanese, you have to say Asian. And everyone agreed. Well, it's about using the correct words, like, I suppose. That's funny. That's unfortunate. They didn't want to be, they wanted to be correct, I guess, in their own strange, stupid way. Today, my son drew in red marker all over his face, then got scared that we'd be mad, so he tried to hide it by wrapping toilet paper around his head like a mummy. Then he promptly ran into a wall and nearly knocked himself unconscious. A comedy of errors every day with this kid. Well, listen, Matt Walsh aside, because that's a totally different thing. I hope his kid's making some good moves already, it seems. Kid in my son's class explained to me that she was sure he has two moms because he has the pretty mom and the other mom. She described each to me in great detail. Reader, both are me. I'm confused. What does that mean, both are you? That you're both the mom? Is this like a Coraline situation? My kids realized that I was missing Glastonbury this year, so they put on a music festival for us in the garden. It was, and I cannot stress this enough, awful. Worst thing I ever heard, but it meant a lot. My brother and I met our favorite superhero, the Hulk, when we were 4. We were pissed off because Lou Ferrigno wasn't green. I mean, he could, listen, man, he is the Hulk, just not green and not angry. He's Bruce right now. People coming over, me, tidies up, husband, fires up the barbecue, toddler, removes all clothing, because that's just, listen, he didn't have a chore, all right? He didn't give him a task. He sees things being put away. He thinks it's bedtime. He needs to be changed to his pajamas. All right, you didn't make the memo clear to him. I make that joke because I'm pretty sure I was that kid. So, you know, I understand this one. Thinking about in 7th grade when I got escorted to the police station after school because they found out I was prank calling local businessmen as Ricky PP. And when I walked in, the officer who was waiting there with my mom to talk to me said, "Well, if it isn't Ricky PP, yeah, you got him. You're not getting jack out of me there, copper. Free Ricky PP. He ain't do nothing wrong." My daughter asked why she can't just quit school, and I told her it's against the law. And they'll put me in jail, and my sweet, sweet child looked me in the eye and said, "I'll visit you." Well, that's just, thanks. That's just so sweet, isn't it? Thank you. You're not quitting school. I'm not sitting in jail because you want to skip basic math. No thanks. Dumbest rumor you've heard about yourself? When I was in middle school, people were saying that I was homeschooled, even though I went to school. Yeah, it was just a front to save face. They knew the truth. They knew that really you weren't there sitting in class learning. You had earphones in. You had earplugs blocking out all that learning so you could stay being homeschooled. A 7-year-old told me that Jeremy gives her all the answers at school. As the conversation went on, I found out that Jeremy is her brain. She named her brain Jeremy. Well, that's nice. You know, everyone deserves a name. You know what's wild? Remembering that children hear things for the first time without context, and they're literally like, what? I just said, "See you later, alligator," to a 4-year-old, and I think it was the first time they had ever heard that. They froze in their tracks, looked at me completely bewildered, then replied, "See you later, chicken," and kept walking. I think that's fair. They were like, "Are we just calling each other animals now? All right, see you later, chicken." That's fair. I mean, that's solid 4-year-old logic. Fair enough. My friend's 4-year-old put on a backyard puppet show for me, the sole audience member. Halfway through the show, she asked me if I liked it, and I replied, "I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm on the edge of my seat." Hearing this, she carefully put down her puppets, came over to where I was sitting and explained, "You can use the whole seat. It's more comfy." I paid for the whole seat. I'm only using the edge of it. That's how great this show is. Kids describe color to a blind person. That can go well. Have you ever seen the color of a blueberry? I haven't seen anything ever. That's the whole point. Well, back to the drawing board. Apparently, my 9-year-old nephew wanted permission to make a Facebook account, and my sister was like, "No, you're 9. And he then figured out how to make one behind her back and got caught immediately when he sent her a friend request. Back to the drawing board. Let's come up with a better plan, man. It was more like proof to see that he did it. When I was 6, I named my Animal Crossing character Sex and couldn't change it back, so I panicked. Went outside the next day and smashed the game card with a hammer. I have lived with this my whole life. Could just restart the game, right? Like start a new save file. It wasn't one and done. That's so funny. It's like SpongeBob with the health inspector. Thought we killed him, so we had to bury him. No, he just passed out. You could have, there was a whole other list of things you could have done before the most extreme version of it, huh? One time when I was like 11, my dad took me to an Italian restaurant and the waiter asked me what my name was. And I said, "Sam, but you can call me Captain Ravioli." And my dad just looked at me and said, "What the f was that? Don't do that." And I've been chasing that high ever since. The daring tales of Captain Ravioli had to live on another day. My niece done told her school we put her food at home and that's why she be sleepy. Y'all, it's parsley. Oh no, put my sister in jail for putting parsley. I mean, you know what? Yeah, parsley crimes. Lock them up. "Mommy, I don't want dinner." "I'm not making dinner. I'm making you a big snack." Yay, snacks. Again, it's so easy. It's so easy to trick a kid into eating dinner when you make them dinner. Just say it's a big snack. They're not going to know. On the downside, they're going to think that meatloaf is a snack. My 3-year-old calls Flonase Mommy's special nose medicine. And now my neighbors think I do. Well, you know, keep them on your toes. You know what I mean? Just keep your neighbors guessing what you do at your house. If your son traded a Nintendo Switch for a fidget spinner today, please message me. Oh, come on. It was a fair trade. It was a fair trade. God, I'm mad. Yeah, here, dude. Here's my, give me that fidget spinner. Awesome for all of 30 seconds. 2-year-old eating his lunch. Papa's coffee hot. Me? Yeah, baby, it's hot. Don't touch. 2-year-old, me blow on it for Papa? It was at this point I witnessed, with horror, my 2-year-old attempt to blow on my freshly made coffee, only to spit a half-eaten chicken nugget straight into it. Well, you know, it's a flavor pod now. Extra, you know, the 2-year-old likes chicken nuggets, so, you know, they thought maybe you would too. I would just like to thank the person who told my daughter that when she lies, her eyes turn a different color. Now she squeezes her eyes shut every time she lies, and my job just became a whole lot easier. That's funny. That's your own Pinocchio right there. Parents of Reddit, what's your best example of reverse psychology on your kids that actually worked? Ooh, we got a little paragraph here, strap in. Took my 3-year-old son to one of those doctor's visits where he was gonna get a shot. He was worried about the shot on the whole drive over, almost to the point of tears. Shots can be a scary thing. We get to the doctor's office and a nurse subtly lets me know that my son is not just scheduled for 1 shot, but 5 of them in the same visit. I turn to my son with an exaggerated smile and tell him, good news! They figured out how to take that 1 big shot you were gonna get and instead break it up into these 5 little tiny shots so it won't hurt nearly as much. That's so smart. You could see the relief wash over his face. He stopped squirming and relaxed completely. He took the first shot and even smiled and said, it's true, the small ones don't hurt. We actually made it through the 3rd shot before the effect wore off and reality kicked in. Oh no, it's like finding out Santa's not real. Still, I counted it as a victory. I'd say so. I think that's a really smart way to handle it. I like that. I like that, that's super good. That's smart. It calmed the kid down. It's perfect. As a 6-year-old, I saw a large woman and her large daughter in a store once. I looked at my larger mother and tearfully asked, does that mean I'm gonna be fat like you? Honestly, when I think back, I thought I was a lot kinder than that while asking, but kids really have no filter. My husband as a young boy used to draw his family as stick figures and his mom as a circle. Oh my God. His dad had to tell him to stop. Well, you know, now he has a job doing bumper sticker decals, so. Or back windshield decals too, that's what I'm thinking of. With the stick figures. My son bet me that he could make a piece of paper fly farther than I could, so he spent 10 minutes making the fanciest paper airplane I've ever seen. The look on his face when I crumpled mine into a ball and launched it across the house was priceless. Sucks to be a loser. Yeah, he lost fair and square. What'd you bet, $10? I had to work overnight last night, and while taking a nap today, I was vandalized. I have a picture and I've detained the 2 suspects, but one is not cooperating. The only one who could speak blames it on the 4-legged suspect who has no hands to pull off such a stunt. Thanks to my neighbor for pointing out that I have marker all over my face when I took the 4-legged suspect for a walk before I realized I was vandalized. Well, you know, the face is a kid's favorite canvas to draw on, right next to walls. I love that a sticker was thrown on that too, that's really funny. My daughter was born when my son was just 2. For the first 6 months of her life, we were constantly greeting her, hi, sweet girl, hi, little one, hi, my precious baby. My daughter is 18 months old now, and no matter how much we correct him, my son is convinced her name is Hi. He will say, Mom, Hi is awake, Hi is hungry, or my absolute favorite, hello, Hi. Well, yeah, you never said her name. He didn't know. This story behind the picture has me rolling. Well, what does that story say? So there's this episode of Hannah Montana when Jackson pretended to lost his memory. So me in the 2nd grade wanted to do it too. I had slipped and fell in the bathroom at school. Then I told my friends I couldn't remember anything. They told the teacher, then I went to the nurse. Then I went to the hospital and they was doing hella tests. Whole time, I'm faking it. Great. Growing up to be an actor, huh? Children are the best fundraisers because they don't understand economics. Principal, the student who raises $500 for the school will get this free hat. 12-year-old me, that's such a great deal. When I was a child, I went to the zoo and drew this monstrosity. Oh no, it's a duck. I can see it's got the beak. It kind of looks like a 4-legged version of that YouTuber. Is it Bird? Is that who I'm thinking of? Yeah, it just looks like Bird, but on all 4 legs. Good fan art, dude. When my brother was like 9, he said, instead of get the flag on Roblox, so they banned him. And he cried so hard he threw up on the carpet. No. Oh, poor kid. What the Daniel Tiger. This is 10 times worse than my kid seeing violence on TV. We're setting up our inside beach. Mr. Rogers would be upset at that. No, because if he wanted to go have fun, he would do it in the appropriate venue or make an appropriate venue at home. He would not just dump sand on the floor. My nephew got a card from his teacher and he was stoked. He read it, then instead of showing anybody, he sat pensively on the couch for a while. Finally, a quiet voice asked, "Auntie, how long have I had autism?" Ian, thank you so much for being a part of my first class. I love your optimism. Oh, poor kid thought he just got diagnosed. My husband and I are surprising our 6-year-old by taking him to Disney for his birthday tomorrow. We've been in the car for 4+ hours and he still thinks we're on our way home from school. He keeps saying, "Looks like we're almost home." Bless his heart. Update. We arrived at Disney World. He thinks we took a wrong turn and is very concerned about who's going to feed our cat. He had no idea what's happening. He's so confused. Poor kid. Before I had kids, I thought I had a great immune system, but it turns out I was just really good at staying away from the type of people who sneeze directly into your eyeballs while telling you a story, which is, a great way to stay healthy, not being around that kind of behavior. What is that one thing you did as a child that still gets brought up to this day? When I was a wee lad, my family and I were at a restaurant. I just like how that started. We were waiting for an unusually long amount of time for a server. I stood on my chair, slammed my fist into the table and exclaimed, "They're not helping us because we're black." We are not. Did you get help after that? Or was it just did you get escorted out of the restaurant? How did that end? That's the story I want to know.
He wants something to make his hair grow back before school tomorrow. Triplets and beard shavers do not mix. Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you, kid. The best chance you have is cutting the rest of it off. At this point, you shouldn't have messed around with that. Valuable lesson for the remainder of your life. Yeah, at this point, just shave it all off and own it. That was my suggestion, but he didn't agree. Well then, I hope he has a hat he likes. Well, he'll probably be asked to take it off. You gotta tell the kids these things. I think the lesson has already been learned. She's dumb and dumber. Same. Don't sit there and pretend like you didn't do that, man. If I had a clean plunger on my hand, I would for sure do that. Yeah, exactly. Unused, brand new, never touched. You know damn well you did that. Don't sit there and look at me. Now stop looking at me like that. Enjoy your bagel, kid. Wow, that's a great bagel, man. I served my daughter, 6 years old, an English muffin for her first breakfast. She nearly threw it at me, started crying, almost sobbing, and telling me, "I already told you I wished for a bagel." She didn't. I got back to the kitchen, cut a hole in the middle to make it bagel-esque, and smeared cream cheese on it. She thanked me for the delicious bagel. This is how I act to this day. Sometimes, in order to get done, you gotta cry your eyes out, all right? That is the only reason, fun fact, that I work here at EmKay. That's right, I contacted the higher-ups within the corporation, crying, and through God's good grace and Zach's good words, you have to deal with me. This was a kid's story when I worked at a summer camp. Once upon a time, there was a black person with a white head, so his family banished him to the White Mountain, where his head was swapped with black. He went home, and they all died from a flood. Oh my God. Come on. Oh, that may be the greatest story I've ever read. I can't. Love the sudden ending. All that effort to swap heads only to die in a flood. A rather biblical tale, if you do ask me. Woo! Okay, deep breaths. Whew, deep breaths. Oh, I'm getting abs right now. All right. One night I was babysitting my neighbor's 6-year-old kid. She just kept staring at me and finally asked me why I was so ugly. And without thinking, I said, "I'm you from the future." She cried for 20 minutes. Well, she learned today, didn't she? My phone got an extreme cold alert that said to check on the elderly. And like 5 minutes later, the kids next door checked on me. Brutal. Look, whether or not they think you're old, they care about you. Jesse, they love you. They love you, Jesse. What's wrong? My C2, after my curious 5-year-old niece tried to open it with a fruit knife. Oh, oops. Well, that's a bummer, bro. Oh my god. You know what? It gives it a unique look, all right? I mean, they're earbuds. Who gives a shit? Actually, these are probably like, what, incredibly expensive and ridiculously cool. Is that right? What are they, like $10,000 earbuds? I'd be pissed too, trust me. I'm not trying to dismiss it by any means. Fortunately, she's fine. Got the knife off her grubby fingers and then got scolded by Sis. We even found the dingy knife in her little backpack. We're surprised that she kept some screws and nails in there. We don't know where she got it. It doesn't look like the screws and nails we have in our place. Feeling a bit sad, though, about the scratched up faceplate, but the good news is that it still works and sounds the same day I got these pair. I told my brother he can eat half of my grapes. Well, you told that to your brother, and you didn't expect some kind of repercussions at all? You know what you did. Our 2-year-old was overjoyed to share the snowman craft she made, let me guess. Oh no, that is not at all what I was You know what? That's a pretty good snowman. Toddlers are great. I caught our son licking the inside of the shower. I had such high hopes for that one. Texts that I wouldn't expect to receive before being a parent. Haha! I never expected to send such a text. Yeah, I don't know what to think anymore, man. No one. 11-year-old relationships. We need to talk, okay? So I heard you went to the park with Natalie. Why would you cheat on me, Joey? I gave you 2 chances, and I actually believed you when you said you loved me, but I guess not. I'm sorry, I was just hanging with her. Whatever. Just don't talk to me in middle school. I didn't even love you. Sounds good to me. And well, you were the one that bought my Starbucks drink, so you obviously loved me a little bit. Screw you, Joey. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, what was that? Oh yeah, the elevator, because you're not on my level. I won this fight. We're over for real this time. You know what? She got your ass, Joey. Got your ass, dude. It's awesome. This kid peeled the crust off of her Uncrustable. All right, there's just nothing you can do. Look, I'm a little weird when it comes to food and textures and everything like that. I think a lot of us are. But this is a little different. It was made without crust. Ah, yes, my favorite movie, Spider-Man Far From Home. Oh, no, that's a great movie. Peter Packer, Tingle Spader, Beak. Oh, what is going on with... I see what they... Now I get it. Because my phone was too cold. What? Nuh-uh. Too cold? Where did you leave it? I'm not kidding. Did this leave? Was it in the vacuum of space unprotected? I remember when I was about 5-ish. I thought my crayons were too cold, so I put them on the carpet. Right. Oh, I'm an idiot. That is not what I thought. I was in the wrong headspace entirely. No. I totally understand now. I thought that the damage came from cold. I am a moron. I did not think for 1 microsecond that maybe the kid tried to heat the phone up because it was too cold. No, don't worry about me. I'm a moron. So I put them on the carpet right in front of our space heater. Mom was thrilled. Then she created this sub. Wouldn't surprise me. Friend got this photo of those animal ride things at the mall. Oh, God. Yeah, you have to sign a waiver, right? Like, I'm sure you do. Because kids are going to do stupid, dumb things, get themselves hurt. Man, I do not like those things at all. I just want to know how fast it goes. Nearly took her head off. Surprisingly fast. It's why the mall where I live banned them. Many people, including myself, got very hurt because of kids not being supervised properly while riding these, and people were run over, knocked down, and in my case, as I was walking out of my Spinex therapy appointment, our mall has a connected gym/heated pool physical therapy wing owned by a hospital for rehabilitation. Hit from behind, fell over, and was run over by the kid who tried to keep going. Props to the father, though. He came out of nowhere like a bat out of hell and pulled the scooter off of me. Can't imagine how pissed he was, because his wife was sitting texting with her friends while her children were terrorizing people with the animal carts. It's a cute little thing for kids, but the parenting nowadays, man, it's a recipe for disaster. We can say that much for sure. My 3-year-old found the shaving blade. I don't know if I'm to get pissed or laugh at this. Honestly, he's well on his way to being a master hairdresser. All right, this probably probably doesn't belong here, but when I was little, I used to be scared of this dragon statue. I thought it could eat or kill me, but those were just my thoughts. I don't know, man. That thing does look a little evil. My grandmother had this little porcelain doll that I hated. Nothing was actually creepy about her, just kid me thought the eyes would follow me around the room and it freaked me out. Most nights before bed, I would turn her around so she wasn't looking at me. Every morning, she would be back around in her original position. Freaked me out so much. Found out much later in my life, my grandmother was turning her back around, thinking I was just playing with the doll. No, your grandma knew what you were doing and she was messing with you in my favorite way. Oh, it's so good, so good. Just found the very, very old version of Minecraft I played on all my childhood, okay? I found this book titled Park Potty, or Park Potty. Once I went to the park and found some wet snow. I made a seat. I sat down. I said, I know, I will make a potty. I know it says potty, leave me alone. So I put a hole in the seat and had a potty. The end! You know what? Alan Wake wishes he could touch that level of prose. You are clearly going places, and it ain't the dark place. Yesterday morning after his soccer game, my 6-year-old asked me, how come the other teams get to change the color of their jerseys every week, while we always had to wear purple? When I explained that, in fact, we were playing against different teams each week, his mind was blown. No goddamn way. Taken from The Grubby Fist of a Toddler, cat hair included. Oh, come on, God, you know what? I'm really glad that these days, for the most part, very, very small children seem to have a shield around them from infectious diseases of all kinds, man. They're invincible. The car was saved, and I learned why you should never skateboard in a garage. When I was around 11, I had just gotten into skateboarding. I tried to do a trick in the garage. My dad's car, which he was selling later that evening, was approximately 2 feet from a folding ladder resting against the wall at a 90-degree angle, and I was right in between them. I tried to do a wheelie and hit the ladder. It would have fallen right on my dad's car had he not saw what happened or seen what happened, I don't know, and rushed over to hold up the ladder. I don't know, man, sounds like you knew exactly what you was doing. Discovered old, early 2000s letters from my brother after being sent to his room. He was only ever up there 15 minutes max. Sorry, Dad. How many times should I say it? I'm sorry. I mean it. I love you. Just please let me come down. Oh, wow. Really exclaiming it. I have nothing to do, and I'm hungry. Sincerely, child. Please stop this punishment. I can't live like this. I hate it upstairs, and you know that. I'm hungry. I can barely breathe. I want to come down, please. This looks like my handwriting, so that's how I'm able to read it. I'm sorry. I'll never have a temper again. I won't have... What? Bad sportsmanship. Gotcha. I won't have bad sportsmanship again. I love you. Please let me come down. Is there another one, please? Yes! Oh, man. I love trying to decode this. Dear family, that looks like... Oh, it is hate. I hate you all. The only one I love is Mom. I swear... I only sprayed it once on accident? Something or someone has been lying all the time. Yet you still believe her. This is not fair. All right. Oh man, seriously? It's hard to read the text down below. You are... What? I can't read... I'm sorry. I can decode some of these words, but I was probably among the last children ever to be taught cursive. I see pathological lying. I see... God, this is just annoying to try. How is the shitty handwriting easier to read than pretty legible cursive? All right, I don't even know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't. When I was around 7 to 10 years old, I thought that the way that a producer of food gets the exact date of food expiration was by time traveling into the future. It turns out time traveling wasn't a real thing, was it not? Not yet, anyway. See, that's what I was gonna say. I feel so bad for this first grade teacher at my kid's school. So gross, and she's a real sweet lady. I need your help with with something. Hello, families. Unfortunately, this is not the first time I have reached out to you asking for help to talk to your children about proper bathroom use and keeping our shared bathroom clean. From the first week of school, we have had issues with urine all over the toilet seats, walls, and floor. Despite countless discussions about this, the problem has not improved and has even worsened to some smearing poop all over the place yesterday. Not only did the poor custodian have to clean this up, but I did as well, because the custodian did not realize that it was actually also on the inside of the desk that I have in there to hold wipes and extra bags for soiled clothing. Come on! I mean, this isn't on the kids. Depending on how young they are, this is not on the kids. I'm sorry, okay? I understand that wiping may still be a challenge for some of the students, but poop smeared all over everything like that seemed a little more intentional. Please have a serious talk with your children tonight about, well, you know. We had this issue with a kid when I was in school. The teacher went in to check the toilet after every kid went, and only one was allowed at a time. It stopped real quick, but I do wonder in this situation how a kid managed to smear poop all over the walls and not come out either covered in it or smelling like it. You know what? Anything's possible. Maybe it was the fairy, okay? Clearly, though, it was a child. I mean, what are you insinuating? That she's trying to frame a kid? I don't think so, sicko. Daughter didn't want son scream, so I put her outside and yelled, "Son, get her!" And now she is flipping out, all right? I like dumbass little lessons like that. You might think, oh, you're traumatizing them. No. Trust me. In like 10 to 15 years, when they're honest with you, you're like, oh, no, dude, you were so stupid. You're going to go, yeah, I was stupid. This was the fate of all the Chromebook chargers for a 6th grade class. Oh, my God. Why? What did they do? What have they done? Holy Lord. Yeah, you know what? Let's contact the, oh, God, what's their name? There's a company behind them. I cannot remember them at all, even though I own one of their devices from the late 2000s. Alpha Smarts need to make a comeback, all right? Cheap, simple, absolutely no distractions. So if you're going to ride on them, you're going to ride on them, and that's all you can do. I'm not kidding, folks. We gotta go back. You know what? Start giving the kids typewriters. Problem isn't unique to the kids. I've dealt with dozens of adults who mangled the charging ports on their phones beyond repair. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I still use an iPhone, because MagSafe is the only reason that I'm still with Apple. I know that some Android variant is gonna come out in the future, I'm sure. No, I don't give a shit about a case that adds it. That doesn't work the same way. Come on, man. Just Android. All of you, please, just put magnets in the phone in a different array. I am begging you. Because then I can plug up the port and don't have to worry about it breaking like every other USB-C port on every other Android phone I've ever owned. And that is correct. I do not mangle shit. I'm autistic. I don't mangle it. I keep it in pristine condition. Okay. My 6-year-old watching me pour Drano down his bathroom sink. What's that? It dissolves whatever gunk is clogging up your drain. Cool. Even the screwdriver down there? The what? My sister's captain's log from the first time she babysat me and my brother 20 years ago. The captain's log? That's brilliant, actually. What we did, we watched America's Funniest Videos, Step by Step, and Whose Line Is It Anyway? After that we played PS2. The TV started to act up again, so we had a snack. We watched movies, we had a great time. What happened? Called me ugly, farting noises, jumping off mom's bed, getting someone to jump off mom's bed, farting and laughing, what is that? Refusal to go to bed, bathroom mentions, throwing things, usage of the word fart, not listening after telling him no balls in the house, calling me ugly, saying kiss my butt, calling his sister fat. Jeez, dude, what is wrong with you? Gotta give it to her. A written document is a lot more convincing when snitching off your siblings to your parents. Did she ever start logging the actual time of day each offense occurred? Prison guard style? Edit. I forgot the part where she said, we had a great time. So I guess the shenanigans weren't enough to be considered punitive. It's punitive, right? I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget how to speak and read English. Was I the only one who thought as a kid that my dinosaur toys would grow in size and eat me when I sleep? No, but I'm gonna think about that now. Yes, I think you were. I think I answered the question incorrectly. Yeah, you were. You were the only one that thought that. My bad. But now I'm worried about that. You see? Okay, now it makes more sense. My partner teaches primary school. She sent me this gem today. Copy the angle, draw a smaller angle. All right, god damn it. Look, at least their brain is functioning. I'm serious. You might think that they're being a smartass, and maybe they are, but dude, look, sometimes you get caught up. I still act like this, okay? I'm probably gonna be 60 years old, and I'm still gonna be like this, and through no fault of my own, I swear to God, it's just my brain going, oh, they mean smaller, like literally, I'm just actually smaller. This is what happens when you take a 10-minute nap, and if you don't have kids yet, don't. My son said he was making Spider-Man eggs. Well, he did a great job. Man. Woo! I would be freaking out, let me tell you, dude. How did you sleep through this? When I was a kid, 4 or 5 years old, my VCR broke, and my parents said that they were going to give it to someone. But I misheard whatever they said as Big Cat, and I thought one of my cats, specifically one named Star, why him out of the 5 cats we had? I have no idea, was suddenly going to become huge and eat the VCR. Did that not happen? That time I figured out how to take the lid off of the vent and proceeded to get stuck in it. Oh yeah, you gotta be real careful about that when the kids are around. Found this under my kids' library books. Was a take-home activity from winter break. Brainstorm, dear Santa. 3 reasons why you deserve to be on Santa's nice list. Give me presents or your what? Family dies. And the what? And the who's? And you. Oh, elves! I'm sorry, I did not read that as an E. I apologize. Reason 1. List 3 specific examples from this year. And your mom, and your dad, and John. Reason 2. List 3 specific examples from this year. I will lick your toes. I will vote for Trump. Oh, no way. No. Okay, look, nice try, Buster. You can't fool me, all right? You clearly put your pencil into your non-dominant hand and wrote whatever came to mind. You can't fool me, god damn it. All right, this is from mom or dad writing with, again, the non-dominant hand to try and get some karma. I swear to God. Also, the only thing that really actually bugs me about this post is that little Santa. Look, no, seriously, let's zoom in on this Santa or elf or whatever's going on here. I don't like. That beard is all kinds of incorrect. So is the mouth, the nose is wrong. Is this motherfucker trying to fake having a beard? That's not cool. I don't know what's more disturbing, the toe licking or the voting for Trump. Look, man, I'm not necessarily a fan of Trump, but you're gonna lick toes? You're gonna lick toes?
DontYouKnowWhoIAm.
She does what? 922 equals, 1 plus 1 equals 2? I like Mrs. Edwards. She is my teacher. I like when she doesn't with us. Yeah, you know what? I did have a teacher in elementary school growing up who did share, and I gotta say, it's probably the reason why I am this way today. In theory, I love my kids equally, but in practice, the smallest one filled my shoes with fig Newtons, and that's not f***ing cool. Help get these off. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to help you with these at all, actually. My daughter decided to draw little bodiless people on the couch. Pretty sure it's faux leather of some sort. I've tried rubbing alcohol, shaving cream, even micellar water. I tried them on other smaller spots, and they're just a little lighter. Rubbing alcohol definitely worked the best, but it's still very much there. You know what? You're probably gonna have to find some as seen on TV product from 2005 in order to get this crap gone. I don't know what else there is for you. This is the look I genuinely thought Joe Jonas was gonna see me wear and fall in love with me in 2008. To be fair, it is a good look. It's pretty good. You know what? Obviously, this was back in 2008, so what was this, 15, 16 years ago? Something like that at this point now? Try it now. Seriously, try recreating this now and see if you still think it's a blunder. Really. Now that you're clearly grown up, you're living your life, Emily, you're out there, you're having a fun time, why don't you do it again? But this time, instead of doing it for Joe Jonas, who, come on, man, I like Joe just as much as anybody else, why don't you do it for you? You know what, Emily, why don't you do it for you, all right? Recreate the look, okay? Yeah, right. I'll see ya. I hope you're doing well out there. I hope you have a nice time at jail. To Daddy, I love you so much. Every day I think about you. I hope you have a nice time at jail. Lots of love from Kira. Well, okay, but that guy says you're free to go. So wait, why is Daddy going to jail? What happened? This thing is so sweet. Why the f*** are you posting it here? More like Dad is stupid. Literally literally my birthday card to my mom when I was 6. Happy birthday! From Everett to Mom. Happy birthday, Mom. You need to lose more weight. Oh, come on. Someone heard someone talking. You know what? No. I was about to make a husband-wife bad joke. No. Incorrect. Probably heard Mom talking about wanting to lose weight and an attempt to be encouraging in some way, because why wouldn't we assume that from the get-go? Wrote this card. My little brother took a bite from the toy that looks like a watermelon slice. Yeah, and I would have done it too. That looks goddamn delicious. My son, 3, decided he wanted a haircut today, so he grabbed Daddy's beard trimmer from the sink. You know what? It looks better than when I did it. Yeah, I did try to cut my own hair as a kid. I wish I had it on hand. I don't have the photo. You know what? Maybe if MK hits 10 million subscribers, I'll ask my mom. I'll ask her to shoot the photo over to me, because I know she still has it because it's funny as hell. And then you get to see that. As a bonus, if we make it to 10 mil, I'll throw in one baby picture. How about that? So you can think of this voice coming out of that pudgy little bastard. How about that? You know what? That's a great goal. Just had to explain to my toddler that the chicken animal is the same thing as the chicken food, and I thought she was going to be concerned. Instead, she's chanting, "Tweet, tweet, eat the bird," while shoveling nuggets in her mouth. Seems like you're raising her correctly? I don't see what the problem is. My 11-year-old nephew gets a 69-hit combo in the shooter we're playing. Nephew, hey, 69, nice. Me, explaining it to me like I'm an idiot. The number 69 is a meme and nobody knows why. He's correct. We don't know why. He's right. You shut your mouth. You shut up right now. I'm sorry. I love you.
Card my 10-year-old daughter made for my brother's 35th birthday. Happy birthday, loser. Do you feel old? Does your skin get wrinkles? Do you need a nursing home? Do your bones crack? Do you need a cane? Do you remember good? Can you hear good? Oh my God, can you hear good and can you remember good? Thanks, Positive Potato. You know, not anymore. Once you hit 35, that's like the crest of the hill. It's all going down from there. The way that kids just like, the way they cook and they don't even mean to. They're just, you know what I mean? Kids are the best, man. They get all shocked when you figure out they did something wrong. Like, Mom, how'd you know I colored on the table? Because you wrote your fucking name on it? Dude, actually, this reminds me of a great story. When me and my brother were just kids, you know, like classic sibling rivalry stuff, he took a Sharpie, I think it was a Sharpie or some kind of marker, right? And drew on my mom's dresser. Now the difference between my brother and I is, as a kid, his handwriting was much worse than mine. So he tagged the dresser with my name on it in his horrible handwriting. To him, it was the perfect crime. Until my mom was like, "You did," they looked at him. It was like, "I know it was you," and his world shattered in front of him. He thought he had the perfect alibi by writing my name on there. So good. I have a lot of stories like that where it wasn't like, we didn't get into arguments as much as we just like did things. Like when I was a kid, I like locked the garage with him in it. When we had a tree house, he took the ladder. Like just things like, it was like cartoonish. Love it. Imagine you're traveling and opening the passport at the airport. Oh no. Oh no! Oh my God! Oh, I would be petrified. I'd be like, "What am I supposed to do now? What do I do now?" They scribbled out all of the important bits and that's great. Bad for him, but funny for me to watch. The fact that my nephew told his teacher his mom is on parole. No, she's on patrol, serving in the National Guard. Patrol. One woman shared that she was being a surrogate for another family, and her son told the teacher, "My mom is pregnant, but it's not my dad's, so we're not keeping it." Listen, they're not wrong, but they're also not right. It's the best way they could have described it, okay? Who was the first American president? America's first president was Getty Images. It says it right there, so I don't blame them for thinking that was his name. You could have picked any photo and you chose the one that has the words Getty Images under it. Any kid's gonna think that that's his name. Ah, yes, the first president. Getty Images. My friend asked her 9-year-old son to bring the wheelbarrow in. It was at the end of the front walk by the gate. He was supposed to take it to the garage where he got it from. Oh, he took it literally. Nah, he didn't do anything wrong. He did what you asked. You should have specified where you wanted it. That's on you. If you didn't want it inside the house, you should have said so. When he was about 6 years old, my brother ran up to me and excitedly yelled, "Hey, guess what?" I just humped our other brother. After a few seconds of confused silence, I asked him what he thought humping was. Turned out he thought it was when you knee someone in the crotch. I was relieved for a moment before I realized he was oddly excited about kneeing someone in the balls. Well, you know, humor like that is always more funny when you're a kid. Like, that's why America's Funniest Videos, it was so popular, because kids thought it was the funniest thing in the world before there was, you know, they thought it was funny to do stupid things, and it was filmed and sent in, and Tom Bergeron would be like, here's the nutshot segment. And it would be like 5 minutes of like dads and brothers getting hit in the balls. And it was the best part of TV. My children are currently trying to murder each other because my 8-year-old son won't stop telling my 5-year-old daughter that her real birth name is Big Jim. That's a dope ass name. Have done a happy birthday, Big Jim. That's dope. Take it in stride, dude. Hell yeah. Kids trying to remember how to make recipes. My nephew Ethan pre-K class made a cookbook, and all the kids had to come up with recipes. And it was so much better than I could have imagined. Oh, it's Joe's Tacos. Let's go. I think I've read this before. Serving, I don't even know. Prep time, like 45 minutes. Cook time, I think 55 minutes. Cost, I don't even know. Ingredients, get the meat and lettuce at H-E-B. Taco shells are there too. I have cheese at my house, so I have to go to the store and get more. Lettuce. Potato. Wait, is it potato or tomato? No, tomato. Where to buy? I don't know where to get the other stuff. Instructions. First, I don't actually know. I really don't remember anything. Can I change this to cheesy roll-ups? Because they're super easy. There's only 3 stuff you need. White cheese, yellow cheese, and tortilla. I don't even want to make tacos anymore. I don't even know how. It's too hard to think about tacos, but I can make cheesy roll-ups. They're super easy. They come from Taco Bell. I need yellow cheese, and I don't know where to buy the white cheese. I don't know how to make tacos. Cheesy roll-ups are better because I know how to make them. Let me think. One time I made candy and it turned brown. I don't want tacos anymore. I like them, but I love cheesy roll-ups more. I don't like beans because they make me throw up. My mom made me eat burrito one time with beans and I threw up. Wait, I know how to make watermelon. It's easy. Just buy the watermelon and eat it. Oh, we get another one. Sebastian's pancakes. Servings 3, prep time 10 minutes, cook time 3 times, cost 70 doll hairs. Ingredients, salt, and that's it. Where to buy? Walmart. Instructions. You get a thingy from the house and you put it in the hot thingy. Turn on the hot thingy and it burns, so you have to be careful. You make like something and put it in it and it cooks. Then you get a plate and finish it. Don't leave the plate on the table. You have to throw it away in the sink or flies will get on it. Very important. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you so much, Sebastian. Ethan's eggs. Serving 10. Prep time 1 hour. Cook time 2 seconds. Cost $3. Ingredients, pancakes, sugar, Skittles. Where to buy? Texas Roadhouse. First, you put the pancakes and then sugar, and that's it. You can cook it, but you can go to my house and I'll give you eggs because my mom makes eggs all the time. You eat them with a spoon. Don't put anything on them because that's how you make eggs with nothing. Ariana's macaroni. We're finishing strong with a nice pasta dish, okay? Serves 3. You cook it for 5 minutes a day. Takes about 5 minutes to make as well. About $2 cost, I think. It's very important. I think it's $2. Ingredients are melted cheese, macaroni, apples, strawberries. I like them because they are healthy. Toys, backpack, and doll. Where to buy? Walmart and Target, and wait, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, the mall. First, you put the macaroni in the stove, and now you put it in the end. Put it to the oven and put cheese and more melted cheese. The oven has to be hot like fire, like a candle, like for birthdays. Now you need to tell everyone that it's time to leave. And I have to leave because I'm going to a party with a swimming pool. My sister says, "Why do you go to the swimming pool?" And I say, "Because I like it." Now I go home and I'm waiting for it to not be hot. And then my sister says, "Why do you do that?" It's because you blow in the macaroni so it won't be hot. You need to wait. Now it's done. And just like that, 4 incredible dishes. Let's see you do that binging with Babish. You make a meal like this. The earliest depiction of Christ's crucifixion is among the ruins of a Roman palace turned messenger boys' school. A student mocking one of his Christian classmates with a doodle of a boy praying to a donkey-headed figure on a cross, captioned, Alexamenos worshipping his god. Damn, they were mean. He thought that if he colored himself green, he would grow into the Incredible Hulk, but now he just has a green foot and shattered dreams. Poor kid. Wife went digging through my old things and found this absolute gem of a letter I wrote my 5th grade teacher after her husband died. A simple thank you. Dear Mrs. Kennedy, I would like to thank you for everything you did for me. You were a very nice person. I remember you used to let us play on the computer when we were finished with our work. The thing I liked the most was the parties you gave us. It was nice to go to Walker Creek with the best teacher in Vallecito. 5th grade was the best year I had, but it went by really fast. I feel very bad that your husband died. I didn't even get to see you on the last day of school. I don't blame you because after all, your husband did die. I could still hear all the crying of the kids. That was the saddest moment of the year. Dude, that is such a sweet letter. As a teacher, this is still incredibly sweet and thoughtful from a 5th grader. To know she was missed and loved so much. If I was in her shoes, reading this would almost certainly ease the pain and suffering of losing someone I loved the most. Exactly, like to know as a teacher you had an impact on kids like that greatly and that positively. Oh, 100%, that's gotta be like one of the biggest things. My nieces aren't the brightest. I was babysitting them once and they were making yo mama jokes at each other. Keep in mind they have the same mom. Oh, no, that was absolutely intentional. They're just having fun. They're having a great time. 2nd grader buys new pedestrian sign. 2nd grader Blake came up with more than $400 to buy a new sign by using savings from his birthday and Christmas gifts and helping out at his dad's auto body shop. That's pretty cool. Why is this in here? I mean, I don't know. Why was the kid? I'm more upset that the kid was the one that had to buy something that the city should be providing. That's crazy. After Bin Laden was killed, a teacher told us they buried his remains at sea, and another kid just nodded and said, like Megatron. Sister's search history. Oh boy. Don't believe me. Oh God. Oh, no. Here's how that's pronounced actually. Don't believe me, just walk. Disney's. It's pretty in the USA. She wears high heels. I wear sneakers. Tommy in it. The one thing she was able to spell correctly. Student just sent this to the assistant principal. At absolutely no rights owned. Very bored today, so I decided to make this. Elite joke book. Use the jokes if you want to be funny. Also, yes, I didn't trademark these. Why are Americans afraid to play chess? Because they lost their 2 towers. Category of this joke, dark humor. How did the baseball player lose his home? Because he made his home run. Category, funniest joke ever, in Frankie's opinion. When do you stop at green and go on red? When you're eating a watermelon. Category, second best joke ever. Lol. How many emo men or women does it take to screw on a light bulb? None. They all just sit in the dark and cry. Category, dark humor. Use or say with caution. What did the condom say to the penis? I'm going in. That's not poor kids confused. Category, adult humor. Don't raid my classroom for this, please. I am very innocent. I'm an idiot. Well, he sent that to the assistant principal. All right. Some letters just have to go straight to the top, huh? My brother-in-law is a custodian and the school kids wanted to show their appreciation. Oh, fuck you. Thanks, guys. My sibling putted a PSP memory stick into the Wii SD card slot and it's stuck. Oh no, you need like tweezers or something, huh? That's awful. And you know it wasn't intentional. Like they didn't think it was gonna be stuck. Oh, I'd feel horrible. Beautiful message for Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Slay! Yes, veterans. So apparently my mom is 16 according to my little brother. Me and my mom. My mom is 16 years old. Her favorite color is yellow. She cooks bacon, soup, eggs really good. Her favorite food is pizza. Her job is doctor. I love it when she run. I love you. 16 and a doctor. Good for her. That's aspirational, honestly. Found on Facebook Marketplace. Leather 3-seat sofa. Purchased a few months back from DFS. My little one drew all over it with permanent marker. Hey, I mean, now I get, clean it up, and that's a awesome sofa for cheap. For context, my son and I have been playing kickball quite a bit here lately. Be you. What would you like everyone to know about you? I want everyone to know I like balls. It's not be you, dude. Yeah, we kick him around all the time. I love him. I love how my 7-year-old nephew spells words. Come in here, it is fun. Well, he's not wrong. That's dangerous though, don't do it. Hey, be smart about it. My son was doing a math quiz and started to LOL nonstop. A class collected 2,650 liters of materials to recycle. Reginald said that 2,650 divided by 49 and 1/10 could represent the volume of each bag. If the class filled 49 and 1/10 bags with material to recycle. Penny said that 2,650 divided by 49 and 1/10 could represent the number of containers the class filled if each container holds 49 1/10 liter of material. Whose interpretation makes sense in this context? Reginald's only? Penis only? I see why the kids started laughing. That's very silly. So this is my morning. Woke up to her crying because she got her head stuck in the bloody kid's toilet seat. I don't know how she got her head in it, or why she even put her head in it. I, for the life of me, can't get it off, so I had to call Dad to come cut it off. I love that she's just watching TV with the seat around her head. It's like a like a cone for a dog. It's horrible. Skibbity daughter? Maybe that's what she was trying to do. Maybe she was looking for Skibbity toilet. Children are the best fundraisers because they don't understand economics. Principal, the student who raises $500 for the school will get this free hat. 12-year-old me, that is such a great deal. Little sister search history. Don't believe me, just woke. Wet Taylor Swift, Skibbity toilet. Like I said, these kids are looking for Skibbity toilet. It's their creepypasta. It's brand new to them. Skibbity toilet got my attention. Yeah, skibbity dop dop dop, yes, yes, as they say. Blood tried tasting it. Oh no. Poor kid, he didn't know. Didn't expect this from the teacher today. Good afternoon. Blank was upset this morning and just wanted to make sure everything's okay. I don't want to pry into personal business, but he mentioned something about his dad. Thank you for letting me know he misunderstood his dad saying he was dying because of stomach troubles last night. I'm sorry he gave a fright. Oh, I'm so glad that's all it was. That's hilarious. So glad everything's good. I mean, kid heard dying and got scared. He didn't know. He didn't know no better. When my son Seth was little, he would beg his brother to put him in this particular pillowcase and swing him around. I know it's insane, and the only reason I'm telling you now is because they're grown up and I can't lose custody of them. But they used to do this. This was their favorite game. You see this? They really did this. These are the things my 7-year-old felt worthy of this acrylic display box. Hey, we got Anna from Frozen, some Smarties, another assorted candy, and some Haribo gummy bears. Yeah, that all goes in the box. Toddler, Daddy, I want toast. Me, okay, buddy, here's some toast. I don't like butter on my toast. Flips toast over to the dry side and hands it back. There you go. Thanks, Daddy. Yeah, toddlers are dumb. Take advantage of it while you can. Hashtag dad life. You don't have to make a whole new thing of toast. Just flip it over. Butter side down. They don't know. Parents have read it. What's your best example of reverse psychology on your kids that actually worked? Shouldn't this be on Ask MK? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Took my 3-year-old son to one of those doctor's visits where he was going to get a shot. He was worried about the shot on the whole drive over, almost to the point of tears. We get to the doctor's office and a nurse subtly lets me know that my son is not just scheduled for 1 shot, but 5 of them in the same visit. I turn to my son with an exaggerated smile and tell him, good news, they figured out how to take that 1 big shot you were gonna get and instead break it up into these 5 little tiny shots so it won't hurt nearly as much. You could see the relief wash over his face. He stopped squirming and relaxed completely. He took the first shot and even smiled and said, it's true, the small ones don't hurt. We actually made it to the third shot before the effect wore off and reality kicked in. Still, I counted it as a victory. I mean, you eased his nerves for 3 shots of the 5. That's over half. You did it. These best friends got the same haircut to trick their teacher so she wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Masterful disguising, gentlemen. Gonna get me in trouble for fraud. Privacy tab, do not remove. You put Blippi on it? This isn't Blippi. Blippi didn't. This isn't the Blippi's house at all. Simple Thanksgiving recipe ends in Ford F-150. How to cook a Thanksgiving turkey. Recipe not kitchen tested. Get a turkey and cut it. Before you cook it, you need to put seasoning. Cook the turkey at 11 degrees for 20 minutes. The turkey's done when it looks like a truck. That's how I have my Thanksgiving turkey every year. I was on the bus the other day and 2 kids about 10 were in front of me. One of them said that his parents won't let him get a dog, so he used to stare at the sun to try to make himself blind so he could get a guide dog. No doubt he was waffling, but you have to admire his imagination. Like, if that's how he thought it works, then, you know, good for him. Behold, my Enderman costume from when I was 11. Looks just like him, buddy. You did it. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that's all. Wow. How to cook a turkey. Again, we got a lot of turkey recipes. There are 3 steps to cook a turkey. First, stuff the turkey with lots of motorcycles. Next, cover the outside of the turkey with whiskers. Finally, cook the turkey at 48 degrees for 100 hours. That is how you cook a turkey. Damn, I was a dumbass kid. I put 2 different DVDs in the DVD player because I thought the characters would meet and make a new movie. I thought, hey, that's what crossovers are. Kid, you were thinking about a crossover event. I missed work yesterday and I came back to get well soon wishes from my students. Aww. Hope, God loves you. Get butter. Oh, that's just a shopping list now. How does fall make you feel? Happy. Makes one kid feel chicken nuggets. His pockets are full of them. Check it. He stole them from the cafeteria. I know this kid.